Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy TDOG-ON-YT. You guys with another video, man. Another banger. And today we're going to be talking about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly when it comes to WWE 2K22. Now, this isn't going to be some super in-depth video where I break down every single thing. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts about the game a good bit after release, okay? Because obviously at the beginning, everything seems pretty good. It's the honeymoon phase, but I think this is the perfect time for me to give an accurate breakdown of what I think the game lacks, what I think the game has, what I think the game needs more of. So let's get into it, man. Right before this, though, man, the video's been on for at least like 30 seconds, and you guys haven't hit that like button, man. What are y'all doing, man? Hit that like button. Show some love, man. We're growing. Subscribe up too if you're new from daily tutorial videos, daily videos like this, just daily WWE2K22 content. But let's talk about the game, man. So WWE2K22, when it first launched, I was mesmerized. It was crazy. The graphics, I have a base PS4, right? I'm broke. I have a base PS4. The graphics were crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it was just mesmerizing. Oh, also, I want to say, thanks to you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for all the love you guys have been showing. I was actually able to buy a PS5, thanks to the money I've made from YouTube, from you guys actually showing love. So thank you guys. But it hasn't gotten here yet. But thank you guys so much for that. But as I was saying, man, I was mesmerized at the beginning because, of course, it's a brand new game. It looks really nice. It felt smooth. It was new. That was the biggest thing, is that it was new. It was an improvement, right? So what I'm going to touch on first, right, is the good. So the good with this game. The good with this game, I think My Rise is decent. My Rise is pretty decent. It's good that they put my GM mode. While my GM mode isn't the best because it's pretty bare bones. It's, you know what I mean? I think it's a good addition. They're going to add to it maybe. My faction's actually a good step in the right direction, but I wouldn't call it good just yet. But it's good that they thought to add something like that in. That could be promising for the next release, right? That's what I said in my first review, that all of this is promising for the next release. Also good, the innovation. So it took them 2 years, but they actually added a whole new system of gameplay, whether it's, you know, speeding up the animations, taking away the stamina for the most part, making it feel like a blend of simulation and arcade, but mainly arcade. I'll say whoever, you know, had the idea to take away stamina was a genius. I mean, stamina's still in the game, but it's like so, you know what I'm saying, like toned down to where it nearly doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It nearly doesn't matter. You only find yourself needing stamina and be like, where's my stamina? Like maybe once every 20-30 matches. You know what I mean? So that's good. The breaker systems, that's pretty good, but I'll touch on that in a little bit. Just the innovation in general, the combo system, that's beautiful. The graphics, beautiful. All this stuff is good. I'd say the graphics are great. I'm on a base PS4 and the game still looks great. So I think all that stuff could fit in the good category. The graphics, the thought to move in you know what I'm saying? The thought to move forward with some game modes. You know what I mean? The innovation, you know what I'm saying? The combo system, the defense, the blocking, the dodging, the reversing, the unlimited reversals. I thought that was perfect, right? That's all good. That's all good. The innovation's always good, right? The presentation, just all beautiful. These are all the good things about the game. Now let's get into the bad, all right? Because like I said, and after this, when I'm done with my breakdown, I'll give you guys an overall rating on this game, and I'll give my honest opinion, right? So let's talk about the bad. Okay, the bad. The match types. While they do have a lot of oh wow, that should be a punch. While they do have a lot of options in terms of, like, you can, you know what I mean, make up like different types of match types in regards to, like, you know what I mean, like I'm gonna have to restart the match, I guess, because I didn't expect Roman to win that fast. You're able to, like, you know, do 2 out of 3 submission only. Like, you're able to just make up different types of match types. That's cool. But when it comes to matches like I Quit matches, special referee matches, Buried Alive matches, Inferno matches, you know what I mean? Things like that are definitely needed. So I'm going to put this in the bad category because the amount of match types does make it kind of hard to come back to, especially with offline gameplay. But I think it doesn't ruin the game. The gameplay is obviously the base foundation, and the gameplay is pretty decent, right? So let's get into another thing that's in the bad category. The online mode. Now, don't get me wrong, I play online specifically, like primarily, I play online. And if you find someone that wants to put on a good match with you, and you guys have, and they're also as good at the game, you guys can have a nice, good back and forth match that's actually really pretty to watch and just fun to be a part of, right? But most times than not, that's not the case. Generally speaking, most people that play this game really want to win. And when I say really want, I mean they really want to win. So they do anything and everything to win. So they'll spam breakers, which is when you grapple someone. And to me, it just slows down the action. Rather than the old system where you could just grab someone and do your move. Like you just do your move instantly. On this, you have to grapple them beforehand. Now that's cool and all, but if you have to do it before every single grapple move, and that's like right there, and that's the only thing they're doing, it definitely gets old and repetitive. So that's definitely, to me, that's kind of bad. It's just, I'd say the online, specifically the community and the way that they play, right? Another thing that's pretty bad is the stun meter. At first, the stun meter seemed almost necessary because the way the kickouts were, but the stun meter kind of ruins the gameplay in a lot of aspects. It just makes it basically to where, like, okay, who can get the stun first and stun chain and then hit a bunch of finishers, you know what I mean? So that's bad. Submissions, I'll kind of put in the middle between bad. I'm not submissions, what's the word? Pins. I'll put in the middle between bad and good because while they did fix pins a little bit into the life cycle of the game, they actually fixed them. So they took away the unpredictability because you know when you're gonna win. But I do like that it doesn't take 50 finishers to pin someone, so that's good. So that's in the middle between good and bad. Another thing I also forgot to put in the good was actually the updates and the free content that they give people. So usually in the old games, they would never update their game. It was like the day one update and that was it, and then they would drop a DLC. Now in this game, they've dropped free superstars, they've updated movesets, they've fixed irreversible moves. I will say 2K, that is an absolute W, and that's I should have pointed that out first. That's probably the best thing they've been doing this year, is actually being active and seeing what's wrong with the game and trying their best to fix it. So good job 2K for that. That's a W, okay? Yeah, that's a W. Now, and another thing in the downright bad category, besides the online, the community, let's say the leaderboards are pretty bad because they just glitched them and the people can hack, so that's pretty bad. But I think that kind of goes hand in hand with the community. But another thing that's in the downright bad category, to me, and keep in mind this is just all opinionated, right? Another thing that's in the downright bad category is the submissions. I think the submissions are terrible. It was a horrible idea to implement a button mash system in when you know people have rapid fire controllers. It greatly benefits the person putting someone in submission, and it's just not a good system. It wasn't a good idea. I don't think button mash should be like that for a submission system. I don't think it's smart, and it's not implemented well. So I think submissions, that's in the downright bad category. Okay, so we got the community in the bad category, the online in the bad category for the way people play. It's mainly just the community and how people play, the spam, I'd say, but and the submissions, as along with the leaderboards, things of that nature, right? There's a good amount in the bad category. But I'm not gonna lie, I think honestly there's not too much in the downright ugly category, so I will say congratulations 2K for that. There's not too much in the downright ugly, and if there was anything I could put in the downright ugly, it would probably actually be the community for how people play, or it would be the submissions. But they're just in the bad because it's not like you can find a way around it in a way, but you know what I mean. It's not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. Like, it doesn't make me want to turn off the game. So yeah, I think with some improvements to my faction, making it online, with some improvements to my GM, obviously it's real bare bones, added match types, maybe tweaking, obviously continuing to tweak the spam moves, things along that nature, I think this game could be a 10 out of 10. But I'm going to give my quick rating on it real quick because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But to me, this game deserves a 7.5 out of 10. To put this in perspective, 2K20 was like a 2 out of 10. 2K19 was probably like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. The reason 2K19 isn't as good as 2K20. The reason 2K19 isn't as good as 2K22, I mean, my bad. The reason 2K19 isn't as good as 2K22, in my opinion, is because 2K22 they innovated and they actually found a good mesh of arcade and simulation, while 2K19 was just the same game, but they just, like, they really did their thing on the whole, on the whole simulation thing. They did a really good job, but I'd say 2K22 is more fun, while it can be annoying. If you want to sit down and play a quick wrestling match with some of your friends on couch co-op, or even online sometimes, I think this is the game for you. So, like I said, 7.5 out of 10. If they fixed a lot of the things I mentioned, it could be a 10 out of 10 in my opinion. So W to 2K, W to the 2K devs who continue to update the game. I'll give them the credit for that. This is the best wrestling game in the last, I don't know, maybe 10 years. You guys let me know your opinions. Let me know if you made it this far. Put Cotton Swab in the comments if you made it this far to let me know who the true OG is, who's a real supporter. I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by, man. And yeah, I think 2K22 is better than 2K19. And yeah, it's my opinion. You guys let me know what your take is on this. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It's your boy T-Dog, and I'm out.